My name is Brandi Anstine. I'm the Chief Branding Officer for HealthLink. I'm also a proud graduate of LNI 38. Leadership is this giant concept that the world is fascinated with. Many of us can spend hours in conversation actively discussing all of the leadership styles and good and bad leadership qualities. And we passionately defend our favorite leaders. We read books on how to be a great leader. And we all sort of use our own bias measuring stick to justify how great of a leader someone is to us by how much they've accomplished and how much notoriety they've gained along the way. Honestly, that's kind of who I was before. I was this person who measured myself and those I admired by public successes, and probably only public successes that I agreed with or aligned with. I'm not from Northwest Indiana. I was raised on a farm in Missouri just outside of Kansas City. I milked cows growing up. But I spent my entire childhood dreaming of the day that I would get out and make it to the big city. I'm actually not even sure I knew what the big city was or what big city I wanted to make it to. But I knew I wanted to be in this big city and I wanted to be a leader or a boss because honestly, I thought they were the same thing. And at the end of the day, I just wanted to rule the world. So imagine my surprise when I left the farm in Missouri and ended up in Northwest Indiana, which is pretty rural itself. And I permanently stayed here after graduate school at Valparaiso University. It was a challenge to fit into a business community I wasn't originally from. I had to work extra hard to meet people and work my way up from the very bottom just coming out of college to even begin to be taken seriously in this business world. And that's where I think I joined the masses and the common views of leadership and who we all personally feel are our leaders. And this is where I found people to look up to and try to emulate. And it's also where the true journey in leadership for me slowly started to shift. Now I see myself on a leadership journey that is far different from the one I dreamed of as a child, and even different from the one that I started on as a young adult. I become open to the idea of not knowing exactly where I'm going, or some days even who I want to be when I grow up, other than a leader and a person I'm proud to be. I guess what I've realized most throughout my leadership journey is that for me, a leader doesn't have to be someone whose name everyone knows. A leader doesn't have to be a CEO or even someone in the C-suite. Don't even have to be a manager. I work for a company that employs over 250 leaders, and I'm proud of that. Because what I have learned is that we all have the ability and opportunity to be leaders right where we are in life. And we can all contribute to and influence the greater good. We're all here for a reason, and as leaders, we can work together with our different skills, our different ideas and beliefs, and our different backgrounds and work towards a better region and community. And sometimes we may lead, and sometimes we may follow. But real leadership is knowing when to do that as well. I use what I have learned by looking at the bigger picture and the region as a whole now, instead of just individual communities. A win for Gary is a win for Valparaiso, and a loss or tragic event in Munster is deeply felt by the residents of Michigan City. We are all in this together, and it's important to remember that. True leadership, in my opinion, takes into account all of the ripple effects of your actions. And my biggest hope is that as we continue to grow and develop in our own leadership styles, whatever those may be, that we don't lose sight of that and how much we can impact one another.